Good morning. I thought I'd do a little update on the farm. So we're slowly transitioning between spring crops and warmer weather crops. I'm going to let the Mizuna go to seed, which is the Japanese green one. I like the flower, it's pretty and it can be good for pollinators, but once it gets pretty warm, these, and also the spinach, I took all the spinach out yesterday and my husband cooked it. They don't do good in this warmer temperatures. We had a lot of rain about a week ago, actually 6 inches locally in this corner area of Yadkin County, and a lot of the plants got a little bit yellowish from that, but it's drying out nicely now, and hopefully the weekend's going to be sunny to dry it out, because I think there's more rain in the forecast next week. But rain is good, can't complain at it. So the carrots, these are purple carrots, they continue to come along nicely. Some of them are looking pretty good and healthy now, so hopefully we'll be able to harvest those. The peas have done really well, and I've harvested some of these for pea shoots. Actually, I took some to my first farmers market in Yadkinville. I just planted a bunch of eggplant where the spinach was, so that will be good for warmer weather. Again, we're kind of at the end of the arugula now, that's going to seed too, but again I kind of like the flowers, so I thought I'd leave one to go to seed. Who knows, maybe I'll teach myself to save seeds. Hi Uncle Keith, it's cool you're here. I have some more eggplant here. These are all little cherry tomatoes along here. Hopefully they'll grow well. People in North Carolina are crazy for tomatoes. They love it. Those are beans. The asparagus continues to grow, and this takes about 2 or 3 years to establish an asparagus bed apparently, but the plants look healthy, and there's tiny blossoms here on the end. They look like little tiny bells. I don't know if you can make them out. Apparently Kathy, my farmer friend, says they'll turn to seed and drop down and more asparagus will come. So hopefully in a few years we'll get some nice asparagus here. And this is a perennial, it stays, so you want to put it in a place with nice soil, loose soil, and leave it there. Borage, thought I would grow the borage for the edible flowers. The onions are there, and then down at that end I put some patipon squash, and these little ones here, these are okra, really popular in the southern United States, and they'll grow beautiful and tall, and they'll have flowers just like hibiscus because they're related to hibiscus. Watermelon there. This is another little area I dug out last week, and I put some more watermelon here because they're vines and they'll trellis. Those are the potatoes I planted with my dad. They're doing pretty good, but some of them did get a bit damaged. I mean, it was so wet. I mean, this was like a little pond. Oh, thanks for joining, Uncle Keith. You're welcome to visit one day. You're always welcome. So I still pay the neighbour to mow my yard. If you look over to the adjacent field, that's barley growing, and they're growing it for the local breweries to make beer. Apparently it's nearly ready to harvest. It's growing that kind of golden colour, so that's kind of cool. So we've got quite a lot of local breweries like Foothills and some in Greensboro as well, so that's cool to see other things growing around. I'm going to meet the guy who farms all these fields. He's a neighbour at the weekend. There's the fruit trees, that's my wild area at the back just for wildlife, my little compost pile, and we get the chickens from Jasmine's school on, so stay tuned for chicken updates. That's going to be a good adventure. Thanks for joining, guys.